Hello, boys and queens, or boy queens, all of y'all. Everyone's a queen. Okay, period. So the first thing I want to say, as y'all already know, welcome back to another video with Electric Soul. If you're new to my channel, I'm a psychic medium, a spiritual life coach, and just that spiritual girl putting everybody on alongside a whole lot of other things. But today in this video, guys, I will say I'm freezing. Well, I am pretty cold, actually. Yeah, I'm pretty cold. So you can see my jacket's right there. I just came back from figure skating. So if I get cold, I'm gonna wear it. All right, but besides that, the whole thing that I want to talk about with you all today is if you are too consumed with the law of assumption. If you're somebody who is literally obsessed with, oh my god, something happened today actually that confirms this video, and I'm going to tell you in a second. But if you're somebody who you feel like you're too concerned with the law of assumption, specifically with looking things up, trying to figure things out, thinking or assuming that you're doing something wrong if you're not affirming this many times a day, or maybe you feel like what you're doing is incorrect in general, I need you all to remember, I need you all to know, seriously, I just need you guys to know this so that you can take it with you in the long run, is that nothing that you do within the law of assumption is a wrong thing. Okay, every single thing that you do here, God is right, every single thing that you do here is all about your assumptions. Okay, so if you're assuming in favor of something, even if you don't have a specific formula for it or whatever, it could be anything, I promise you, you are doing the right thing. You see right there, that's something where you have to take a step back. Okay, with the law of assumption, a lot of it has to do with it's basically applying what you know. You continue pushing in that direction. You trust in everything that you're saying. You trust in what you've put down on your paper. Okay, you know that everything's working out for you. You know that it's all coming together. It's already done. So what's the point in stressing out about things that you already know has manifested for you, even if it looks a certain type of way, perhaps online or whatever else, you know? It just does not matter. It doesn't matter. And that's what I'm saying with the consumption, the overconsumption, that honestly is really detrimental to your mental health. I will say, for one, because the obsessive tendencies, they become overwhelming. You start to think that you have to do certain things. You have to commit yourself to this. Well, yes, you do have to commit yourself, but more of just the knowledge, consistent trying to figure out something else. What's the next thing? After I figured this out, what is the other step that I'm missing here? Because why do I not have what I want? Why does it appear that things are moving backwards? Why? We all get the why questions, okay? And it is entirely understandable, of course. I mean, everyone has questions, and it is also understandable as to why some people may overthink these things, because it can feel overwhelming, you know? A lot of times people will do extensive research, so they will continue to do research over and over and over again about how things are coming together, what do I have to do, whatever. And then they get their answers, but they won't, it's not that they won't apply it, it's just that it's almost like a consistent need for a lot of validation where you don't need that validation. Honestly, I think I'm gonna move my camera. So you don't need that constant validation always. That's not gonna help you. That's a very important thing, because that's exactly how you stay strong-minded when you are manifesting what you want, is by understanding that there is no need for all the extra drama, because it's not about the drama. What it's about is you having trust, faith, and pixie dust, I'm kidding, belief in yourself, basically, upon all of the information that you've discovered about your life, about yourself, and about all of your desires, okay? So the same exact formula applies for every single thing. I'm just adjusting my camera. The same exact formula applies for every single thing that you're manifesting, whether you're manifesting a BMW, or you're manifesting an SP, or you're manifesting anything at all. All of it is the same formula in terms of what you are applying, mentally speaking, to your reality. So let's say, for example, that you are manifesting an SP. You use the formula of knowing that you are with your SP right now, everything's working out for you, you don't even care about how it's gonna happen. That's the best part, is when you know that you literally don't care, okay? Very important. I feel like it's very important to knock as many questions out as possible, especially superficial questions that just don't matter, because a lot of things really don't matter. And I promise you, a lot of things actually don't matter, okay? You don't need to know how things are gonna happen. I promise you really don't, because things happen in a lot of crazy, different, wonderful ways, but they always do happen. That's the point, is that it's still happening regardless, so why stress, why trip, why do anything other than just know, you know? So yes, you're manifesting an SP, you know that this SP is yours, you have that really strong belief in yourself, you're getting validation regardless, you're not even looking for validation, but you're getting confirmation everywhere. Your reality is mirroring right back to you the fact that you're with your SP, it's all working out, it's perfect, beautiful. Okay, so then the next thing, just like you applied with your SP, you assumed in favor, you stayed strong, consistent, persistent, confident, powerful. The next thing, you want to manifest a BMW. Okay, so then this BMW, same thing as an SP. I have this BMW loves me, we're together, it's in my driveway, I already manifested it. I don't care how it happens, I don't care about how it comes to life, I don't care about who gives it to me, I don't care about how I can't afford it, I don't care. Because the whole thing is that you have decided in favor of this car coming to life for you, so it has, just like that, because you're just that powerful. You see how strong you are, same exact formula. So you see right there, that is something where some people, they may think to themselves, okay, well, I manifested an SP before, I want to manifest a BMW now. There has to be a different kind of formula here. It cannot be the same way, because I mean, one is a person and one is a thing, and one this and one that. You're overthinking right there. That's what I'm saying with the overconsumption. So you go online and you're like, how to specifically manifest a BMW, how to specifically manifest a free manicure, how to specifically manifest free this, free that, this, that over here, whatever, anything that you want. You are going to get the same exact answer for literally everything else. And I will say that it is entirely understandable if you do want examples of specific things, only because it would make you feel better. If it would make you feel more secure, more confident in yourself, that's entirely fine, and I do understand that. But if you're going to go searching for formulas for everything, I promise you're gonna be met with the same thing. And then eventually, if you're gonna be really stubborn about it and you're not gonna just apply what you know, eventually you're gonna hit a point where you're gonna get tired of it. You're gonna be like, oh my God, I mean, I keep looking up things about this and I continue to receive the same answers. At that point, obviously, again, you have to apply what you know. So, I mean, honestly, I'll give you an example with figure skating for myself. Today's a perfect example. Today I was practicing a lot of jumps, right? So the whole thing with that is that you just have to apply what you know. That's it. You just apply the footwork, you apply the, what is it called? Technique, you apply your body formula to it, you put yourself into the position and you just do it. And you continue doing it until you feel confident in yourself, anything like that. The whole thing though is that you have to apply what you know, because y'all don't know how many times I've asked questions. I'd be like, okay, well, I'm doing this, but it feels kind of weird or it looks kind of this. All they would say is just continue practicing it, because you're probably not used to it, so just do it. Just keep doing it. You just keep on doing it. I'm not gonna be looking up on the internet 8 billion different ways how to do the same type of jump or same type of spin just to feel better about myself. I mean, I could, but I don't want to do that because I don't feel like it's necessary. I feel like it's a waste of my time. Like, why would I sit around and try to look for more answers when I have all the answers? And just like that, within your reality, you have all the answers. Believe me, you actually do. You are so in control of your reality in a way that even you understand that you are so freaking powerful. You're so special. And it's not even about being special, babe. It's about the fact that you recognize your power through and through. Because when you have that kind of power, that is something that you apply into your reality. You make wonderful things happen. Stop all the over-consuming BS, because it is not helping you. It's only making things, I feel, intuitively speaking, I feel like this is very overwhelming for a lot of people, actually. And I will say that as someone for myself, someone who used to be very overthinking, very big overthinking thoughts, very, just always in my head about something, especially regarding the law, because I was very, very consumed by it. Overconsumption, I wouldn't say with media, so to say. I was not the kind of person to watch a lot of videos, but I would search things up, you know, from here time to time kind of thing. And honestly, nothing really helped. It only made me feel more anxious because I already knew what to do, but I was looking for another answer. I was like, all right, but what about this? But what about that? But. And you know, even then, I'm a psychic medium, so I would also ask questions to spirit. What do I have to do? What do I have to do? What do I have to change? And all I would just hear is keep doing what you're doing. Just continue to apply what you know and just watch it come to life, and stop thinking that there has to be another step, because that right there is what's keeping me in a box. You know, it's keeping me in this place where none of the things that I was applying felt like they were working, even though they were working. I literally was just not letting them work, okay? So that's another huge thing, guys, is that if you feel like you're over-consuming with the law of assumption and you feel like it's really overwhelming to you, it is very important for you to take a step back and really think about what you know, and think about if that is enough for you. Okay, think about if you have confidence in what you know. Do you feel like if you apply this headstrong for maybe even a week, like 3 days to a week, if you sit here and you actually apply what you know, do you feel like you're gonna get results? You know what I'm saying? And even if you don't feel like it, why don't you just try it out and see the results that you do get? Because you're gonna get results regardless. My question was metaphorical, okay, or figurative. What is it? Metaphorical. It was a figurative question, yeah. So basically, no, empiric, fuck, oh my god, it's a certain freaking word. I'll look it up after. Okay, but basically my question had no answer to it. The whole thing is that you just freaking apply what you know, okay? Don't be smart with yourself. And don't think to yourself either that you have to continue to use phrases within the law of assumption always to confirm what you know is true about yourself as well. You know, you're not gonna sit here and continue to say, oh no, I wasn't saturating correctly. I mean, you could say that, but at the end, I feel like to make it very natural for yourself and to make it as stress-free as can be, I just think that telling yourself, am I watching my thoughts? Am I saying the things that I mean? Am I saying things that I want to be saying to myself? That right there, that's a very good mental check. That's it. You see, mental diet check right there. You're on top of that business. It's not really anything where you have to exaggerate for yourself. I'm not saying that law of assumption terminology is an exaggeration, of course, because it is just terminology. But I do feel like, honestly speaking, as someone like myself who is very chill, I like to be laid back. I don't like to stress out about the things that I say and the things that I do. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my God, I was whatever. I was wavering like crazy about that. I mean, I could, but I don't want to because it doesn't feel natural to me. I feel like to me that almost feels like an overconsumption thing because it brings me back to a time when I was really, really obsessive with the terminology, the vocabulary, very specific formula stuff with the law of assumption, and it would actually drive me crazy because I felt like it wasn't normal for me to be like that in the way that I'm not someone who generally overthinks that much. You know what I'm saying? I'm not somebody who, at least now, definitely not now, I'm not somebody who just lets my thoughts go wild. I'm very strong-minded now, you feel me? So I understand everything that I'm doing, what I have to apply here, it has to be serious. Like, I gotta be on top of my business, but even more than that, if I feel uncomfortable under any regards, take a step back and apply what you know and be strong about your business because this is all about you. If you're not applying what you know, you might as well just say, okay, let me continue to restudy the same things over and over and over and over and over and over again until I go crazy, because that's probably what's gonna end up happening, especially because I've met a lot of people who, even like my clients, I've had clients in the past who, when they first came to me, they would tell me that they were like so overwhelmed with the law of assumption. They told me that they felt as though they had overconsumed the law for 2 years, 3 years, whatever, and that they've applied everything and they just don't understand what is happening. Honestly, what's probably happening is the fact that this is on your mind like crazy, like doing. I have to do this, I have to do that, You're not gonna want to do it. It's just like anything else in this life. If you play a sport and you've been playing that sport for 10 years, you might get tired of it eventually, and then eventually you're not gonna want to freaking play it anymore. I'm not saying that always happens, but in some cases it does happen. The same thing with everything else in this life. If you overconsume something too much, you're not going to want to associate yourself with it at all. And if you do want to continue to associate yourself with the law of assumption, which I know that you all do because this is definitely a part of who we are, you have to understand that you got to take it at your own pace. You got to do what you have to do for yourself, even if it doesn't make sense to other people. It doesn't matter if your best friend is someone who is like a law of assumption expert, technically speaking, or whatever. That doesn't really matter to anyone. It's not about keeping or saving face, like keeping face or anything like that, because no one really cares about that. The only thing that matters is that you are taking what you know, bringing it to the end of the finish line, and then throwing it past, okay? Because you already won that bitch, just like that. Literally scooted right over, babe, because everything else, I just feel like it is extremely unnecessary. And like I was stating earlier, a perfect example from today is that I was actually talking to my sister and I was thinking to myself about something from the past. I was thinking about assuming in favor of something that in the past I had a little bit of trouble staying strong-minded about because it would emotionally affect me. You know, kind of, I was not obsessive with the results, but I was kind of concerned that things wouldn't come out the way that I wanted them to back then. I never feel that way now, thank God, of course, because I feel like there's no reason to ever be afraid of anything. I feel like everything always works out. No matter, even if it looks crazy, it's like everything always works out. But yeah, so I thought to myself today, I was like, oh, I'm not thinking as if. I remember thinking that and I was like, wait, let me like not say it like that to myself, because that makes me feel overwhelmed when I say I'm not thinking as if, or I'm not thinking in favor of this, and it might not come true because I'm not thinking in favor of this. That's what went through my mind. And I said to myself, girls, cut it out, because that right there is the kind of thinking that got you that overwhelmed in the first place, where you felt like you were doing something wrong because you were not thinking in favor of something for a minute. You know what I'm saying? That right there is a result of overconsumption, because I can still feel the effects of it years later. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can still feel not how I'm not tired of the law. No one should be tired of the law, because the law is really just everything that we are supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? But I do understand though where the terminology and the specifics and this over-consuming knowledge, information, bro, it's like that got me. It really did get me. That's why I'm not like recovering from it, but I will say that I refuse to go back to that. And I feel like if I reach a point where I refuse to do something again like I used to, it's because I reached a limit. Like I hit a point and I just feel like now it can't be the same way that it used to be. And that's completely fine. You know, it's not a big deal or anything. Like it doesn't really matter to me. It doesn't make me upset, obviously. Like no one really gives a shit. But I will say that I'm thankful now that I'm able to just take what I know and then just make the most out of it, because I have done that. You know, like I've manifested a lot of wonderful things because I learned to believe in myself, and because I understand now that it doesn't have to be that complicated. That is the whole point of this video, guys. If you feel like you're over-consuming, take it back a notch and understand that the overcomplication and the way that it makes you feel, it is not a necessity, and you do not have to feel that way. And I honestly, sorry, I'm just like trying to, there we go. I don't want you guys to feel like it is anything that you have to take with you. I need to stress out about this. I need to this, I need to that. You don't need to freaking anything. Take what you know, apply that shit. Know that you got this. Understand that everything else that you're doing is working, and take a step back from the YouTube videos. If you need a break from me, take a break from me. I will always be here for you regardless, and I will always come to you with the law of assumption knowledge in a very simplistic manner, because that's what works best for me. But I'm gonna tell y'all, do what you have to do for yourself. Do everything that works out best for you, because that's what I care about the most. Because if you're not happy, then what's the point? There's literally no point. I'm telling y'all right now, you can do what you want, you can manifest what you want, but if you're not happy, nothing else matters, because then what? Like, okay, great, now you got another thing added to your collection, amazing, but how do you feel up here? You want to feel great, right? Apply what you know. Be simple about it. Be very simple about it. Dumb it down for yourself if you feel like you need to. Just do everything that makes you feel like the very best version of yourself that you can possibly be feeling like, and understand that it's all working out for you regardless. One way or another, it is still done, okay? So you can't stress out about that, because you know it is already done, because it definitely is. And I mean, that's really all there is to it. If you feel like you are over-consuming things, take it back a notch. It is time to do things differently this time around, because you deserve so much better than that. You deserve so much better than to feel like this is just too much for you. I really do feel that way, because I know that for myself, the law of assumption has helped me out tremendously. And I can't sit here and say to y'all like, oh, the law of assumption is super it's not toxic. Like, I can't even tell y'all it is. I do think that it definitely depends on your mindset, on what you choose to do with it. Obviously, of course, that same thing goes for everything else. But it is a very, very, very convenient and amazing thing, and it has helped so many people, and the people who are using it healthily, they're the ones who are eating the most. And that's what I want for you all. That's why I'm telling y'all this. That's really why. It's because it's very important to be that kind of like mental health conscious. You have to be that aware of these things. If you want to be happy, you need to want the best for yourself, because if not, then what? Like, literally, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You don't want to burn out in 3 years and be like, fuck the law of assumption, I don't want anything to do with it ever. You are always assuming something. You're always using the law of assumption. So how are you gonna sit here and tell me that you don't want to freaking use it? And you're using it regardless, okay? The whole thing is that you don't have contempt for it. You don't want contempt, because you don't want to feel that way. Like, it's just not what you deserve, you feel me? But all right, guys, oh my goodness, this was so freeing and fun to make. I loved actually being out here. It wasn't that cold, thank God. I think it's because I started getting worked up talking to y'all, and I was also in the sun for a bit, as y'all seen. But yeah, it was a lot of fun talking to you guys. You guys mean the world to me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I truly intend from the bottom of my heart, and I know for a fact that this video helped y'all out to the most of its ability. But I am so thankful to be able to give y'all the tea in this way. Please apply what I am telling you, please, in every single way, shape, and form, because this is what's going to keep your life as easy as can be, and you really do deserve that. You really do, okay? So keep it that way. That's all it ever has to be. May God bless y'all always. Please take care, everyone. Continue doing what you're doing. I'm so freaking proud of y'all. Just continue pushing. Just keep on applying. Just keep on going hard in the paint, because damn, y'all did the thing. Y'all did it. It's done. That's it. All right then, y'all. May God bless y'all always. Thank y'all so much again for watching. I will see y'all next Thursday for another video. Please take care, everyone. Peace and love. Head ass. Bye. Over-consuming where? Overconsumption where? I don't think so. We're minimalists around here in the most maximalist way possible. Just kidding, kind of. I'm saying with everything that you're manifesting, of course, you're manifesting in full, but up here, keep it mad simple. Out here, let it all come together. Whatever it is that you want, big, small, whatever, it's all the same thing. It's already here, but up here, keep it mad simple. Everything's working out for me. Oh, am I thinking something I want to think? Let's just switch that thought to something more positive. Okay, I'm being positive now. Let's maintain it in this way. Okay, I'm maintaining it, I feel really good about myself. I trust in myself. I know that everything's working out for me. Oh my God, is that my desire? Yeah, it is, because I already knew it was coming, because it was already here the second that I said that it was. Are we serious? Like, do you not see how simple this is? I'm so happy to know that it is this simple, but that's why I'm here reminding you guys of exactly what to do to keep it this simple for you all, because you guys deserve that. And if not simple, then what? Like, we're not gonna keep it complicated. That's what I'm saying. The overconsumption, kill it, dumb it down, leave it mad simple, leave it super simple. You deserve that. And if not that, then what? Exactly. All right then, guys, may God bless y'all always again. Please take care, everyone. We'll speak to y'all very soon. Love y'all more than anything. God bless. Bye.